Imagine your brain operating at peak productivity every waking moment, constantly aligned with your goals. It's a fascinating concept, isn't it? Every day, we face a series of mundane decisions: to hit snooze or not, to shower or stretch. These choices, seemingly small, are part of a larger pattern where our brains waste time on trivial concerns, distracting us from our true objectives. Now let's rethink this scenario. What if, from the moment you wake up, your brain is focused solely on your key life and career goals? Your morning routine becomes a streamlined process, freeing up mental space for more significant thoughts. As you shower, your mind isn't wandering about social faux pas or minor decisions. Instead, it's contemplating strategic moves to enhance your business, considering the best ways to rebrand or rebuild your team, and focusing on family matters like supporting your teenage daughter. This shift from mundane to meaningful is the power of harnessing your brain's default mode network, which is active during idle moments. By redirecting our thought patterns from the trivial to the monumental, we unlock a realm of enhanced productivity. This isn't just about staying busy, it's about being strategically productive, leveraging the untapped potential of our idle hours. Let's embark on this journey together, transforming our cognitive landscape to make every moment an opportunity for growth and advancement. Think about this. Most people go through their careers without fully using their brain's creative power. It's like being a puppet to random thoughts. But what if you could be the puppet master, turning your daydreams into a non-stop problem-solving machine? This change is what we call upgrading your rumination. Upgrading your rumination means changing aimless thoughts into powerful problem-solving tools. Your idle brain becomes a supercomputer, working on your biggest priorities. Imagine turning a traffic jam into a brainstorming session for your next big project, or coming up with great ideas while doing household chores. This way, you can make your whole brain work for you, not just the parts you use when you're focused on a task. But first, we need to tackle a big obstacle called dispersion. Dispersion is when you lose focus, spreading yourself too thin over many different projects. It's like trying to be a jack of all trades but mastering none. You might start with one goal, like becoming a great coder, but then you get distracted by other things like social media or side projects. This scatters your focus and makes your brain less efficient. When your mind doesn't have a clear goal, it starts to wander to the easiest things, like checking social media or worrying about unimportant stuff. Even a little bit of dispersion can mess up your thinking and lower your productivity. Every new task you take on can create noise in your brain, making it harder to focus on what really matters. So, it's crucial to understand that every time you commit to a new project, it affects your brain's ability to think clearly. Your brain can produce useful thoughts or just noise, depending on how spread out your focus is. The goal is to keep your mind sharp and clear, focused on what you really want to achieve. Once, my relentless focus built an 8-figure business, but success lured me into a trap. I found myself scattered across 5 major projects, expanding my company, starting new ventures, pursuing a PhD, writing a book, and crafting a content ecosystem. My once crystal-clear focus blurred, leaving me paralyzed. Progress across all areas ground to a halt. My productive thinking, which used to spark in the shower, now just bounced aimlessly from one thought to another, wasting valuable mental energy. This spreading thin, known as dispersion, felt like being in Japan for one task, then flying to Croatia for another, and off to California for the next. The mental distance was overwhelming, with more time spent adjusting to each project than actually moving it forward. My decision-making suffered too. I tried allocating different days for different tasks, but the sheer volume of decisions was like juggling 5 full-time jobs in 1 week, exhausting my focus and mental clarity. Realizing I had fallen into the dispersion trap, I refocused. I cut down to just one main project, and the difference was night and day. Progress on that single project outpaced a year's worth of scattered efforts. My priorities became clear, stress dropped, and my ideas flowed more easily. It taught me a vital lesson. Focus on one thing for longer than feels necessary. It's tempting to chase new, shiny opportunities, but the real rewards lie in digging deep into one project. To truly enhance my thinking, I had to reboot my mental space. The strategy was simple: write down every single thought. This process of cognitive offloading cleared out mental clutter, making room for more focused, productive thinking. Occasionally, I'd retreat into solitude, like on a 10-day silent meditation retreat, which helped surface and dissolve lingering thoughts, further clearing my cognitive landscape. Reducing social stimuli is another crucial step. The tendency to compare ourselves with others can clog our thinking with unproductive brooding. Less social media and more honest, direct interactions help keep our thinking sharp and focused on what matters. It's about carving out mental space for our best ideas and making every thought count towards our goals. Let's talk about keeping your mind sharp and focused. To achieve upgraded thinking, you need to clear away all the unresolved thoughts and decisions. This means taking time, sometimes even days, to write down everything that's been on your mind. From old tax returns to long overdue conversations, get it all out. This process cleanses your mental space, paving the way for clearer, more productive thinking. Now, on to maintaining this clarity. We face a staggering number of decisions daily, about 35,000, with over 200 just on food, according to Cornell University researchers. These decisions, big or small, weigh on our minds and disrupt our creative flow. We often overlook the mental effort decisions require because they don't seem time-consuming or physically demanding, but think of each decision as lifting a heavy box. It's tiring. Our goal is to minimize these mental lifts. To do this, we use two tools: decision recycling and decision autopilot. Decision recycling means making a choice once and sticking to it for similar future situations. It's like setting a rule for yourself. Always fly direct, wake up at the same time every day, or socialize only on specific weekdays. This approach cuts down on the mental energy spent on repeat decisions. Then there's decision autopilot for routine tasks. It's about eliminating the small, daily, what's next decisions. For example, have a set morning routine so you don't waste time deciding each step every day. Decision recycling tackles broader life choices, while decision autopilot handles the day-to-day minutia. Together, they streamline your decision-making, freeing your mind for more creative and impactful thoughts. Start by identifying 5 common scenarios where you repeatedly make decisions. Make your choice once more, and then apply it to all similar situations moving forward. This method helps you to focus on what's truly important, keeping your mental landscape clear and productive. Transforming your thought process starts with a simple yet powerful concept: decision autopilot. It's like creating a script for your routine, freeing your mind from trivial choices. Instead of pondering over whether to shower before stretching or what to have for breakfast, you plan these decisions in advance. Let's look at Immanuel Kant, a philosophical giant. He had a fixed daily routine, every action pre-planned, from waking up at 5 a.m. to his tea and meditation, right down to his social interactions. This rigid schedule, surprisingly, was his secret to profound thinking. By automating his daily decisions, Kant freed his mind for deep, world-shaping ideas. He showed us that setting constraints in one area of life can unlock immense creativity in another. Now, how can we apply this to our own lives? Start by making the small choices in your daily routines explicit. Take your morning routine, for instance. Decide on every detail: when to drink water, when to shower, when to eat. Write these down and stick to them. This might sound trivial, but these micro-decisions add up, draining your cognitive energy. By automating them, you clear the way for your mind to explore, create, and enter a state of flow. Here's an example to illustrate. Say your 9 a.m. routine includes learning and coffee. Map out each step: grabbing headphones, putting your phone on airplane mode, starting your audiobook, preparing coffee. Have all these steps pre-decided so you can glide through your routine without a second thought. This approach cuts out the mental noise of countless small decisions. The goal here is to reduce dispersion by focusing on your most important project. This gives your brain a clear target and keeps your thoughts aligned with your goals. Regularly reboot your thinking to clear mental clutter and minimize those nagging "should I" or "shouldn't I" decisions. Remember, with upgraded rumination, you harness more of your brain's power, keeping it productive all day, not just during focused tasks. Ask yourself, how productive has my thinking been lately? Upgraded rumination leads to exponential, not linear benefits. It allows your mind to wander to the far reaches of your consciousness, where creativity and insight reside. Your next big idea is out there, waiting at the horizon of your attention. By refining your thinking process, you unlock the treasure of insights that have always been there, enhancing both your conscious and subconscious moments.